Good morning. My name is Carlos Monje, and I have the distinct honor of serving as Undersecretary of Transportation for Policy at the U.S. Department of Transportation. Part of my duties include supervising the work of the Build America Bureau. President Biden, Secretary Buttigieg, and the entire Department of Transportation are excited by the once-in-a-generation opportunity we have in the bipartisan infrastructure law to reignite American competitiveness and restore Americans' faith that their government can work for them. We also have the opportunity to rebuild our infrastructure to be safer, cleaner, smarter, and more equitable. The $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure law includes unprecedented funding for infrastructure projects. The law contains the largest investment in roads, bridges, and highways since the creation of the interstate highway system, totaling some $110 billion in new funding to help fix infrastructure that's been neglected for decades. It includes more than $40 billion for bridge repair and replacement, so we can avoid the devastating closures that we saw last year in far too many communities across the nation. The law marks the largest investment in electric vehicle infrastructure, clean energy transmission, and public transit in the nation's history. It also the largest investment in passenger rail since the creation of Amtrak itself. It invests $20 billion in the nation's airport system and $17 billion in our ports. Not only does this law provide much needed funding to reimagine the way that people and goods move, but it takes meaningful steps to tackle the climate crisis, to create good paying jobs, and lift up communities that have been disadvantaged and overburdened for far too long. Along with the unprecedented levels of grant funding, the bipartisan infrastructure law also expands our financing tools to support project sponsors seeking to explore innovative financing or delivery solutions. Our administration believes that the historic level of funding for transportation can be leveraged by bringing together our state and local partners and private industry to build transformative infrastructure projects. As a former mayor, Secretary Buttigieg has a unique appreciation for the real-life work it takes to bring transportation projects to life, and he is committed to helping more communities take advantage of everything the bipartisan bill has to offer. The new Build America Center is important to our success. The center will complement the work of our 5 regional infrastructure accelerators all across the country to create technical capacity for project sponsors, particularly in rural and tribal areas, and to assist them to think outside of the box and explore innovative approaches to fund and deliver shovel-worthy projects. The new center is a critical tool to deliver meaningfully better projects. We're also very pleased that the University of Maryland's Transportation Institute is partnering with Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, Purdue, and Stanford University to manage the center that will advance innovative transportation financing all across the country. The center will support the Federal Highway Administration, the Build America Bureau, and all of our modal administrations to deliver projects. It will engage state departments of transportation in their work to support project sponsors and modernize the nation's system. And in order to meet the infrastructure needs of our nation, we need to leverage every tool we have, combining technical assistance, discovering innovative project delivery methods, and taking advantage of academia's resources and expertise to push that envelope. The center will undoubtedly help create better pathways to delivering projects. I want to take a moment and give a special thanks to AASHTO for their continued work on the Baddock Institute, which has set a high bar for educating project sponsors and stakeholders and sharing best practices. On behalf of Secretary Buttigieg and the Department of Transportation, we thank you in advance for the great work you will do and look forward to celebrating your many accomplishments. Thank you, and let's get to work.